Alright, we are almost done with the class, so at this point it's time for us to go through some of our old work, kind of clean everything up, and we are going to make a final folder, which is where we're going to put everything in, which is going to have our final grade on it. So it's really important to pay attention to these steps. After we finish this, you're going to begin working on your final company presentation, but let's go ahead and get this done first. First thing we're going to do is open up our boxing folder. We are going to go to CEO Challenge. And then we're going to open up the final folder instructions. We're going to use these instructions for making sure we have the right assignments with the right number in our final folder, in our student folder workbook. The way we're going to do that is we are going to go to CEO Challenge, Student Work, and you're going to click on your folder. Now you'll notice you'll have a lot of items in here, and a lot of them are different things, different stuff you've been working on. Some of them are final drafts, some of them are rough drafts. What we're going to do is we're going to put together one folder with all of our final drafts in them. So we're going to click New Folder. We're going to click on the new folder. And we are going to, actually before we click on it, we're going to rename it. Now the way you rename on a Mac is you click on it, you make sure it's highlighted, and you press the Enter or Return key. Once you do that, you can go ahead and start typing in the new folder name. We're going to name this final folder and then hit enter. Now we need to make sure we have all of these items inside of our final folder, and we need to rename each of the items and put the number of each item before the title. So this whole time you've been putting your number, which has helped you to find it, but now that everything is in the right place, we're going to change that number to the correct number of the assignment. So let's find the first one. For you will be StoryWeb. I'm going to go ahead and just click on my company logo just to show you how this will look. So I'm going to click on number 18, Mr. Swift, company logo. I'm going to click it once. I'm not going to open it. I'm going to press enter, and I'm going to change the 18 to 5. So it'll say 5, Mr. Swift logo, because number 5 is the company logo. Now that it's been renamed, I'm going to drag this into my final folder. Now I'm going to do that with all of my items. To show you another one, I'll do my Mr. Swift stocks. And I know that the stock market worksheet is number 11, so I'm going to click it one time. I'm not going to double click it. I'm going to hit the enter return button. And once it's highlighted like this, I'm going to click before the number, and I'm going to change it to the right number. And as I mentioned, it is number 11. So I'm going to change the 18 to an 11. Then I'm going to put it into my final folder. You're going to do this with all of your assignments. I'll do one more for you, and then I'll kind of show you how it's going to look in your final folder. Let's do my print ad. My print advertisement is number 7. You're going to have to do this with all of them, but I just want to give you an idea of what this will look like. So the 18, I'm going to change it to 7. And I'm going to move it into my final folder. Now when I click on my final folder, you'll notice that all the assignments are going to be in order. So you're going to have 1 through 14 inside of this folder. This will make it easy when it comes to knowing that you have all of your assignments done, that you're going to get the grade for each assignment. And you'll notice the last one, company presentation number 14, you're not going to have yet. So by the end of the day, you should have 1 through 13 all the way in here, titled 1 through 13. And if you're missing any, this is your chance to go back through, make up that project, make sure all the projects are done completely, you're ready to get the final grade on them. The only one we're still going to be updating is the stocks, because we're going to keep updating that every day. But other than that, everything needs to have a number, a name, and you should have all 13. If you're missing one, let's say you're missing number 3, you need to either go back and read your number 3 or find it if you did it and maybe it was named incorrectly. So this needs to have all of your assignments in order, 1 through 14, and 14 we're going to start working on today.